The aim of this guide is to introduce you to your rights in the field of occupational health and safety, and to inform you about the workplace risk factors that can affect your health, and to explain the most important safety requirements during work and in emergency situations. An employee contract protects you. Start working only when the employer has concluded a written employment contract, which describes your job duties, working hours, and salary. An oral agreement has no legal effect. Remember that each company must establish an occupational health and safety system. Within its framework, the employee must designate a person responsible for occupational health and safety, to perform risk assessment of the working environment, and to consult the employees. The employer must ensure your training to prepare you for your job duties, inform you about the risk factors at your workplace, and necessary health and safety measures, as well as your actions in emergency situations. Before starting work, you must get the mandatory health examination to make sure that your health is suitable for the work to be performed. Mandatory health examinations must be carried out regularly, and they have to be paid by the employer. Your workplace must be properly arranged and equipped to fit the work to be performed. The workplace must be kept clean and tidy at all times. You must familiarize yourself with the performed workplace risk assessment to be aware of the risks that can endanger your health and safety. Risk assessment will allow you to understand how to work safely. Take care of your hearing. Hearing impairments are irreversible, and occupational hearing loss cannot be cured. Always wear hearing protection in noisy workplaces. Learn how to use your earplugs properly, and remember that you are also affected by noise of nearby workplaces and machines. Vibrating tools can damage your arms. Use only tools that are in good working condition. Take care of your arms, wear anti-vibration gloves, and take sufficiently long breaks. Whole body vibration can damage your backbone. Before starting to drive, check tires, seats, and the shock absorbers on your vehicle. Take care of your backbone. Choose a safe driving speed, take sufficient breaks, and exercise to relax your back and legs. Sufficient lighting must be ensured at your workplace. Check to make sure that all light bulbs are lit. Check whether all windows and lighting fixtures are clean and in a proper working condition. Do not work in semi-darkness. Turn on a light or inform your employer about a burnt-out bulb. An unsuitable microclimate, temperature, humidity, and air circulation endangers your health and reduces your workability. Do not work in a draft and dress appropriately for the work to be performed. Poor air quality at your workplace reduces your workability and may affect health. It also increases the risk of accidents. Sufficient air circulation must be ensured at the workplace. Turn on ventilation or air the premises regularly. Ventilation systems, including air conditioning systems, must be cleaned and checked routinely. Only that way will they function effectively and will ensure clean air at the workplace. Dirty and infected ventilation system can endanger your health. Please remember that you are exposed not only to the visible, but also to the invisible risk factors, such as ultraviolet and infrared radiation or electromagnetic fields. Please ask your employer to learn about how to protect yourself. Chemical vapors can cause harm to your eyes, lungs, and skin. Therefore, the label of chemical substances must bear a reference to dangerousness. Each chemical substance must be accompanied by a material safety data sheet that includes the most important information about the safe handling of the chemical. Always follow the requirements described in the material safety data sheets and instructions. When working with substances that are labeled as flammable, be particularly careful. Remember that chemical vapors can flare up easily. Therefore, keep away from open fire and do not perform works that emit sparks. You must know where the fire extinguishers are. Chemical substances can absorb through the skin or can be inhaled, thereby affecting your health. Always observe the utmost care and use only suitable gloves and respirators. Chemicals and their packaging are dangerous waste. They must be collected in specially designated places and taken away for recycling. Many chemicals do not disintegrate but accumulate in nature and might destroy plants and animals. Dust is dangerous for your respiratory tract and lungs. Sufficient ventilation must be set up at the workplace to ensure dust extraction from the workplace. Biological risk factors can cause infections, allergic reactions, and problems with skin and respiratory tract, as well as poisoning. If you are ill, you can spread infection and endanger your colleagues. If you feel unwell, do not come to work. If you feel tired at work, and something is irritating your eyes, skin, and throat, and you often become ill, find out whether harmful microorganisms are not present in the air of the workplace, coming from damaged and dirty air conditioners, walls affected by mold and mildew, carpets, or sick colleagues. If there is a risk at your workplace to be exposed to some infections against which vaccination is available, the employer must ensure or must give an opportunity to get vaccination free of charge. Use this opportunity. You must be specially trained and must have special equipment, for example, fall arrest systems, and your workplace must be accordingly arranged and secured. Do not work at height, in dangerous places, or without a fall arrest system. When handling work equipment, be careful. Always observe all health and safety requirements for work with a specific device. Never remove safety systems and always block the device while cleaning it. When moving around heavy weights, keep in mind the key principles for safe handling of weights. Consider the ways of lifting the load. Do not lift the load up with a rounded or bent back, and bear in mind the weight properties of the load. When possible, use help for moving a heavy load. Prolonged work in a forced and fixed position, like sitting or standing, can be just as harmful as the handling of heavy loads. Remember to take regular breaks and do some exercises. When working at workplaces where the risk of electric shock is possible, be aware of danger. Don't do anything you do not know or are not authorized to do. Observe warning signs. Know how to act in emergency situations. In work with flammable substances, avoid impact, friction, sparks, and smoking. Use only explosion-proof tools. Be aware of any potential source of ignition. Before starting the work, make sure that the equipment is in proper working condition. Check whether it has been maintained and tested, and whether it has the necessary protective devices. Make sure that the equipment is serviced routinely. Do not use damaged equipment. You can be rescued by 112. Know how to act in emergency situations.